the grass. It's a comfrey plant. Originally, I was going to make a vegetable garden here, but then I changed my mind. For a while, I considered fencing in this small square of about 13 by 13 feet. I bordered this with rotted tree stumps, and then I filled it up. I leveled it by filling it up with other rotted material with leaves and rotted wood until it's pretty much a level little square, and then here it drops and it's very sloping. But I decided I didn't really want to fence in this little piece here in the chicken yard. Oh gosh, come on, let me do my talking. I'm standing on the wall now, out of reach. Yes, you go straight. Oh, it's really lovely. You go straight. And I decided to just leave it unfenced and just have sunflowers here. And next to it, pumpkins. Little pumpkin patch. Because last year, I had some volunteer pumpkins that came up from, probably because I fed the chickens pumpkins over winter. As well, volunteer sunflowers that came up from seeds that I fed to the wild birds and the chickens in winter. So all that just was growing here anyway, so I decided to just put it to this purpose. This little area where the grass isn't doing well. And the question is, the $100,000 question is, which vegetables could you grow with chickens, with free-ranging chickens, without fencing them, without protecting the vegetables with fencing? And I found that tomatoes, especially cherry tomatoes, do really well with the chickens. So the past few years, I had cherry tomatoes grow on this cattle panel tunnel. Here's blossom right next to an eggplant plant. There's nothing there where they are. Last year, I also had some cucumber plants that did extremely well. And none of it was fenced. It was just growing alongside the tunnel. Just now, the other day, I planted a few cucumber plants and tomatoes and eggplant and zucchini all along the tunnel, inside and out of the tunnel. And after I'd been away for a few hours and I came back, the chickens had pulled out a few of the cucumber plants, and I found the plants lying several feet away from where I planted them. And I think they have since died. I think this can no longer be saved. This one escaped. One here died, so I planted one of the remaining ones here instead. I think it's okay. So what went wrong this year, when last year the cucumbers were fine? I think it was because last year I had these logs to make a kind of bed, and then now I had decided these logs looked messy, and I tossed them over the wall onto the brush pile. So there were no logs separating, partitioning off the plants, and maybe that made the difference. Here, right at the end of the tunnel, is my small composting area. So they are used to scratching around everywhere, which is totally fine. And so obviously, if there is nothing to keep them from getting at the plants, they'll just scratch the plants out unintentionally. So maybe if you want to do this and you don't want to bother with a fence, of course it helps to have the tunnel on one side. Maybe a few logs will just do the trick. I can't guarantee it. All the zucchinis are intact. All the tomatoes were fine without the logs even. And the eggplant is okay. Don't look so guilty, it's alright. And then those 2 zucchinis were okay. So I have 2 cucumbers left, which may be enough because they need a lot of space, I believe. We may get a few more. Last year I had a little patch of buckwheat here from seeds that I just scattered over the ground, and it grew really well. I was hoping that it would just come back from the seeds that fell from the plants. Chickens like buckwheat seed and the geese may too, but so far I haven't seen any of it. I will update you once I know how the vegetables turn out. And I will also let you know if this fig tree is dead or alive. I now planted it probably 2 or 3 years ago, and every winter it has completely died back. It's only May, but it still has not given any sign of life. That little trunk and those side branches are completely dead and rotted. There's what remains of the fig. It has to start over all the way from the roots every year. This little shrub here is a goji berry. I planted that at the same time as the fig, probably only 2 years ago. It's a very hardy and strong little shrub, and it's already had berries, which didn't taste good, by the way. You have to do something with them. You have to figure that out still. You have to dry them or whatever. And here on the other side of the house, no chickens, no geese. But here are my strawberries. Look how much they've grown. Last year I planted them, and they were barely more than a little bundle of roots. Jewel strawberry and Mara de Bois strawberry. They had lots of flowers, all of them. And everywhere wild strawberries. They were already here. They have little berries no bigger than your pinky nail, my pinky nail. So this is all still a little messy, but here along the wall there will be an herb garden. There are some herbs right now, and a little further on a medicinal herb garden. There are also some plants there now, and at the far end will be a wildflower garden, so that's where the wild strawberries can survive. Lilac bush is smelling so good. It has a few more days, I think. Right next to that lilac bush, about a year ago, I planted these 2 American plums. They have these sharp little spines, a little like a hawthorn, maybe a little less hard and sharp than a hawthorn. So I decided they would make a good hedge right here along the road. They're leaning towards each other. American plum.